On Tuesday, March 9th, David Madigan, the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, announced that Northeastern plans to resume in-person classes and campus activities in fall 2021. Despite the virus still being a part of everyday life, Madigan explains that, quote, "The vast majority of scientific forecasts anticipate that the virus will be well under control by September," end quote. In response to Madigan's announcement, students and professors share their excitement of resuming in-person classes and a normal college experience.
So I'm really excited to finally be back in classrooms and labs and such. I think it's going to be a really much better learning experience for everybody, not just me. You know, it's going to be a bit of a challenge getting used to, because I think particularly with our class being first years going into college with only the experience of being online, now having to basically relearn everything of going into, changing up our time management skills of now having to make sure we get to classes on time and such, is just a very different system.
As some classes provide an in-person option and students spend more time in groups, we have already begun to see a return to the normal college experience. But is Northeastern capable of going back to the way things were before lockdown? Or will the pandemic continue to affect college life?
I'm imagining that people are either going to sort of go to one pole or another, being very into like meeting with people in person and trying to cultivate like actual like in real life relationships. And then other people are going to really have embraced a lot of these digital connectivity sort of systems and be sort of loath to like go to a classroom or like go to physical office hours if they don't have to.
Along with the challenges of going back to in-person classes, it is likely that the coronavirus will continue into fall 2021. In April, Northeastern announced that students would be required to get vaccines before coming to campus in the fall.
I think Northeastern will be able to cover us in terms of COVID. I think they know COVID very well. Hell, they had their own people making tests and testing us all the time. You know, they had their own labs set up for us. They were ready to go. They knew exactly what they were doing. So if they say that we'll be safe when we're all vaccinated, I have faith that if we're all vaccinated, we're going to be good to go.
Though the vaccines will allow college life to be safer in the fall, the coronavirus will continue to affect our lives going forward. Professor Tratniak discusses the likely realities for both the fall and spring semesters.
People are completely foolish if they think that like we're going into the fall with no potential problems on the horizon. Like it is very likely that classes are going to have to, or at least some people in some classes are going to have to do this remote. Probably in the fall and next spring too.
Despite the challenges that students and faculty will have to face in the fall, Professor Tratniak and Pochia are excited for fall 2021. Reporting from Northeastern University, I'm Lisa Newrider.